Hello and welcome to Bitch Be Grateful.
Hi, listeners. We are continuing my birthday month.
Exactly. Her birthday has passed, but we are not done focusing on Nicole.
No, it's never over.
No, it's a whole month.
It's a whole month. For Nicole, it's a whole year. But we'll condense it for the listeners so you don't
Into
get sick of me, which I don't think you could. But
No, it's impossible. It's impossible to get sick of Nicole. But because it is her birthday month, I have allowed her to choose the topics that we are going to talk about this month. So, Nicole, tell us, what are we going to chat about today?
oh my God, it's going to be really, really juicy because one thing that I am obsessed with is spirituality. I'm not going to lie. You guys are going to hear it 24/7. And I have found some really amazing freaking resources that have just blown my mind and really shown me like how amazing I truly am. And not just me, every other person on this earth. I believe 1000% that we are walking miracles. And this is just going to prove it to you in this episode. And I'm really freaking excited. Are you ready, Ida?
I'm so ready. I also just want to say that even though I don't know as much as Nicole on these topics, it is my favorite thing to hear about from Nicole. She's literally like constantly sending me voice messages, screenshots, like everything. Oh my God, this is you. Like, this is what it says about you. I understood this, da da da. And she kind of, she tells it to me in a way that I can understand, which I really appreciate.
Yeah. I mean, how nice is it for Ida to have a friend to send her things about herself?
Exactly. I don't have to read
It's
anything, do any research. I just get it served and I love it. And I also want to say that I do really love how you see it because exactly what you're saying. It's
oh,
just like to start loving yourself and understanding yourself more. And I didn't really look at it that way, I think, until you started talking about it that way. And I think that
oh,
is so beautiful.
that's really sweet. That's very, very sweet. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
that because
Yes.
we're gonna unpack some stuff today, but one of the things is that I truly, truly believe and has helped me come to like complete radical acceptance of who I am is that you are a unique formula. Like there is no carbon copy of you. I don't care if you have someone that looks like you, sounds like you, etc. And people will tell you like, "Oh, you're just another like human being on this earth." No, no, no. We do not accept that here at Bitch Be Grateful. And these tools that I'm going to share with you are going to make you so fucking grateful to be you. And that is the point, okay? Because you are a freaking goddess or god. I don't know, whoever you are. If you're a boy, we'll include you. And this is going to help you understand that the universe has conspired to create you exactly as you are, darling. And I'm so excited to share that. And Ida's so excited to
Yes.
to be to have me read her chart today. So we're going to dig into astrology because that is one of the coolest tools I have found so far in self-discovery and human design. And if you're a late bloomer, I just want to tell you sometimes it's written in the stars. So don't feel bad, okay? That is one of the
Yes.
big ones because it is written in my stars.
That's so
All
true,
of my
though.
charts. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. And it helped me release guilt and shame because when I looked at my astrology and I looked at my human design, and we won't get really into it, but even my numerology, that could be a separate episode if you guys are interested. I love numerology. Everything has said the same thing that I am meant to mature in my 30s and later on in life. And it just took like the pressure off of me 1000%.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
genuinely feel like all these things gives you in a way like a permission slip, to just be you because you understand yourself better and you understand why the things happened or are happening the way that they are. Then you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, but this is how it's supposed to be. Like it's okay.
Exactly. And it's not necessarily that you're ruled by your astrology or your design, but there's just everyone is meant to walk a different path.
Yeah.
And the path is like the energy for that path is set and available for you. And if you're like, yeah, if you're like me and you're like at 30 and you're like, oh, I just figured it out. Well, there's probably something in your chart that's going to help you understand why.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's dig into it. Alrighty. I actually pulled up me and Ida's charts because I
Exciting.
have her. If you guys don't have the pattern app, by the way, it's one of my favorite
I
favorite
love
astrology
it.
apps. And
Every morning I
ironically,
check it.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. Ironically, Ida is the one who brought me into this because I was coming from a very religious background that didn't look at astrology. I thought it was like very taboo. I thought this human design, like all of these tools were very like the dark side. So I never looked into them. And then I met Ida, obviously. Didn't meet Ida. Started
Yeah,
talking to Ida.
exactly. Started talking to Ida.
And she was like, "Oh, I have this app like the Pattern." And she would send me a couple of things and like her screenshots and astrology. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me dig into it." Girl. And then I went on a rabbit hole, like a huge rabbit hole.
I did not know which door I opened for Nicole at
Oh
that
my God.
point.
It was a portal. It was a portal. So today in our astrology, we're going to talk about me and Ida. We have mentioned it before, but I pull up our bonds. I pulled up our bond on the Pattern, and it says that it's complicated between me and Ida.
Oh no, the Facebook status says it's
Uh,
complicated.
Basic stuff.
Does it have a recap of why? Because I don't see the complication here.
This might cut a little deep, guys. Here it says, you and Ida have a pattern of feeling inadequate and being hard on yourselves.
Oh.
Ouch. You both might feel like you're not enough.
Mm.
Somebody read my diary. And you and Ida likely both have struggled in romantic relationships, feeling blocked, trapped, or dissatisfied. Does any of this
Yeah.
sound familiar?
This was might have been a bit of a bonding area of me and Nicole.
This sounds like my 20s. My early 20s was figuring out what it just told me in 2 sentences.
Exactly. Should have just downloaded the pattern.
Damn. Yeah, guys, just FYI, save yourself the trouble. But it does feel right, and it's very true, and that is the one thing I've always told people is, like, the one thing my biggest limiting belief that I feel like astrology and human design have helped me overcome is understanding why I don't feel like I'm enough, or
Mm.
why I just never feel, like, satisfied with myself. I always feel like I have to, like, push and achieve and do more, and in my chart, like, I have a Saturn complex, I have a Pluto complex, like, I have all of the planets that make you feel pressure and inadequacy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is
Oh,
really
wow.
interesting. And me and Ida's charts are, like, complete opposites.
Yeah, we are complete opposites.
Ida's a fireball, and I am just, like, swimming in the ocean.
Yeah. Which is so funny because I do feel like in a way we're so similar. So part of me is like, how are our charts so different?
I have no idea, and the one thing, like, of course, I think if you look at even just like our sun, moon, and rising signs, which guys, if you're new to astrology, I will just, your sun is really like your personality and what illuminates the rest of your chart. Your moon is like your emotions and your inner world. And then your rising sign is really, well, there's two ways to look at it. One's kind of the mask that you put on in the world or how you're perceived, but it's also the direction that you're kind of meant to move in. So it's a little bit of both. And Ida is like all fire, I think, your sign.
Yeah, I have Sun, Moon, Leo, and my rising is Sagittarius. So it's just
She's
fire,
literally
fire,
setting the
fire.
world on fire. And I'm a little cocktail a combination. So my moon is in Libra, my sun is in Pisces, and then my rising sign is in Virgo, so I may be a walking contradiction.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's very interesting. And I wanted to ask you, people kind of indicate to me that for me it's so easy, like my astrology is so easy because I don't have the contradiction, at least in the three big ones. I don't have
Yeah.
like many contradictions. My sun and my moon are the same. So it's like my inner, my outer world are like reflected kind of in each other.
Oh,
So do you
interesting.
think that let's say for me, in theory, it's easier than for you, for example, who have
Ooh, that's a big question with astrology is like, is some people's path easier than others? And I don't. I don't know. I have like 2 views on this naturally, my Libra side. Like I have 2 views on this. One, I do believe that like it can appear easier or it can feel more balanced,
Mm,
really, like your inner and your outer. But I don't really believe that anyone's existence is quote unquote easy. That's my
mm,
opinion. Like I don't believe no matter what's in your chart and your design, like nobody has it easy in this world because evolution is challenge and we're all meant to be challenged.
yeah.
And I think our challenges just look differently because if you were to look at it in the sense of like fire, fire's a very strong energy to wield. And I think it comes with a lot of responsibility. This is
Mm,
what I believe. I believe that like especially influence, like you have the ability to be bold and to influence people and to really affect them with that energy. And so it's important that you're in alignment. It's important that you're aware of it. And if you're not a very self aware person with all of that fire in your chart, you can easily like fuck some shit up, you know?
it's true
so,
though. It's true. I
so
feel like, yeah, maybe it
yeah.
comes back to a bit what we've been speaking about before and that we will get into later too. But in terms of this with acting from shadow or light, that maybe, let's say, if I always act from light, maybe my design is easier than yours, for
Yeah.
example, because maybe there will be contradictions there. But we don't always act from light. So then,
No.
like you're saying that if with so much fire and you're not being aware and maybe even acting from shadow, then that can really, yeah, like
Yeah,
set things on fire, like
you have a
literally.
great power to wield.
Yeah, exactly. It's
But
like,
you do. Like, he who's given great power is also given great responsibility, and that's a
yeah,
big one. And
yeah,
some people don't wanna take that responsibility, and they refuse to take that. And that can be a hard lesson to learn too.
true.
Where in my chart, like, yes, it's a lot of contradiction, which to me has felt hard to navigate because I'm like, oh, I feel this, and then I feel this, and then I feel that. And it's like so overwhelming to me.
Yeah.
And especially with that Virgo like rising, people see me as very organized and put together sometimes. And like, she gets stuff done. But I'm also this huge well of emotion. So when they get to know me better, they're like, oh my God, like what the hell was going
Whoa.
on under there? It's like I'm flashing people. Like they're
Yeah,
like, "Oh my
yeah,
god, I wasn't expecting that."
yeah.
And it's really funny. And I don't wanna say I've had that comment before, but maybe from a couple boyfriends. They're like, I was not expecting all of that package
Yeah,
under this very polished and perfect facade that I was putting on to the world."
that's really interesting.
Yeah, and it took me a while to kind of like come to terms with that. But if I look at the positive side of that contradiction, I have like an incredible cocktail of energy. Like I have the precision and the honor and the like determination or like desire for structure and organization of a Virgo. And then I have the social charm and like desire for beauty and harmony of a Libra. And then I have the like psychic spiritual depth of a Pisces. Like that is a fucking powerful combination, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
I love
Even if it
that.
feels tricky. Yeah, even if it feels like trickier to navigate than your signs, like there's such a great gift in that,
Yeah,
which is
I
huge.
almost feel jealous now when you say that. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
you
man, I
should.
also wish I had all these like different
Yeah,
ingredients in my cocktail.
exactly. You're just a basic now. I'm just a basic
Exactly.
Leo.
Yes.
And that's what's fun. But the one thing I will say, the one thing that I love about Eva's chart is she does have like two very soft signs, like two
Yes.
very cute little signs in Cancer. Like your Venus is in Cancer, which I think really helps soften your energy and allows you to feel into life. That's
Mm.
my opinion. And guys, we're mediocre astrologers, so please
Yeah,
take this with a grain of salt. I feel
exactly.
like I should preface that.
This is our understanding of our own charts.
Yeah, take it or leave it, guys. But I do like I think that that gives you like a lot of softness because your Venus is a very important sign. Is how you take in beauty and affection and love and like really when I see you like I don't know. When I Ida has a very fierce love, but she also has such understanding for the people she loves. And this is where I think it kind of comes from because that Leo energy can be where you're like, I don't really get what your problem is.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's
But
very
yeah,
true.
it anytime I've just like, I'm so sad, and I'm just bawling. She has, like, the greatest compassion, and I don't know, I think
Oh,
that's, like, an energy that that comes from that Cancer sign, in my opinion, which I
yeah.
think balances you out a little bit because she's very fiery.
It's true. I do think, well, yeah, I don't know where it comes from because I don't know that deep in my chart or
I don't know.
astrology, but it makes sense because, yeah, it is true. If people cry in front of me, I'm always always like, yeah, like let it out, cry. Na, na, na.
Mhm.
And I think if I was like if more fire, I'd be like, bitch, why are you crying? Like,
Like,
suck it
get
up.
over it.
Yeah. But instead, it's like, no, let it out. It's fine. Cry. Cry if you need to.
Like, I feel like your combination really makes you, bold with your emotions, and it makes you
Mm.
brave with your emotions, and it's a really powerful combination to have access to both,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people don't have that. I feel like they have to choose one or the other, and you have a very beautiful balance, even though you're not, like, always in your feelings or always not that you don't feel, but you're not always like, "Woe is me," or just, like, in the mood, you know?
Yeah.
I find your energy to be a little bit more stable, but that's my personal opinion. Who
But no,
knows?
for sure. Yeah, yeah. My energy, I would dare to say, is like quite stable, and I have emotional days or periods, or yeah. But in general, I think it's quite stable, which I also think maybe comes from having the sun and the moon in the same sign. It's like what's going on
Mhm.
inside me. It's what's happening outside of me. So it's like easy for me to balance.
And two, I with that in my opinion, with that, like, you are meant to make people bold. Like, that is part of even we'll get into human design, but even a human design says that.
Mm.
And, like, that's the Leo energy, like, you're meant to make people bold in whatever area. So, giving people permission slips is, like, almost your life mission, and
I love that. I'm a
right? Like,
walking permission slip.
you're a walking permission slip. Ida's going around just handing out permission slips to people, like, that just be who you wanna be, guys, and it's
Mm.
so freaking fun, like, so freaking fun.
I love
And
that.
right? It's I don't know, it's so sweet, and that's why guys, people always say, like, fire signs and water signs don't mesh. I'm calling bullshit, like, I'm calling
Me
BS on that.
too. I don't get that.
I wanna break these zodiac myths because I think it's so I'm gonna say silly to be nice, but I kinda wanna say dumb. No, but, like, I think it's so silly when people are like, "Oh my god, I'd never date a Virgo. I'd never do this. Oh, I'd never do that," or blah, 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 because first of all, the point of the zodiac is that you understand that all of these energies are important and crucial to life. And the
Mhm.
balance of these energies is the balance of life. So if you just think like, no, I cannot be with this person or this person, it's like, I don't think you found true balance in your life. Don't hate me for saying that. But that's what I think.
Mm.
And because when you find a and this is where it comes to shadow and light, when you find a healthy sign, you can get along with anybody. And my biggest friends are fire signs. Like, most of them,
Yeah.
except Pisces, yeah. Because
Yeah, Pisces are
we
fire
swim
signs.
together, yeah, we swim together, we school together, so I have a lot of Pisces friends, obviously, but I have tons of Leo friends, like, a lot, and
Mm.
Aries. You guys just like to flock around me too for stuff.
Yeah. But I do agree though. I also just really feel like we should leave aside kind of, judging people based on their signs. Also just
Oh,
because
yeah,
normally what you speak about is your sun sign, but there's so much more to it. So that even if
so
like I
much.
can be in a group of Leos and it's just we're gonna be completely different and have different values, etc.,
Completely.
etc. So you can't base anyone or judge anyone on only their sun sign. But even if you knew their whole chart and you've been there
Yeah.
before and whatnot, like it's just give people a chance because they can be different.
Yes!
And I think genuinely, if people were looking at my chart, they wouldn't think I am the person I am, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too, and I've also felt that too as, like, a Pisces. I don't know why people shit on Pisces so much. I don't know what your
I
problem
don't know
is.
either. I'm really just like,
No, yeah,
no.
man. Yeah, they just think I don't know. We just can't get ourselves together. It's not fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, people were to judge me, they'd be like, "I don't wanna be with her, she's too emotional." And I am very emotional, but I wield my emotions, like, I've come to a healthy place. Now maybe some of my exes might say might have had a different experience
Like,
with me,
hmm.
I understand.
Yeah, and I also always tell you, like, I don't understand how you do not have more fire in your chart. Because for me, I'm just like, I would guess at least one of the three big ones was fire, but no.
The irony is that I have one guys, I have a Pisces stellium, which check your chart if you have a stellium. If you don't, no worries. Doesn't mean you're less special. It just means like you have a cluster of planets. So you're meant to really understand this energy. And I do have a stellium in Pisces. So I have quite a bit of planets, but I have one fire sign. One. And it has
Yeah.
a Pluto complex, which blocks the energy.
Oh, really?
Which, yeah, it kind of makes you feel inadequate in that area, which is hilarious. Or, and you can bring a lot of like difficulty or trouble in your past. And it's also in my ninth house of like travel and stuff. So it's something that I actually have to heal. So I sort of have to heal this fire energy in Sagittarius, which is hilarious to me. And I was like, man, the one the one thing that I got and it has Pluto in it, that's hilarious. Like I have
Yeah.
so much healer energy in my chart and things I have to overcome. And some people
Wow.
might be like, "Oh, that's like super annoying." And I used to think like, "Man, I got short ended on my chart."
Yeah.
But now I'm like, "Oh, no, that's a huge gift. That's a huge gift to be able to have things to overcome in your chart. Like,
Yeah, it
isn't
is
that the point of
though.
life?"
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and it's like you said that really it's in challenge that you grow. So it's also just this huge opportunity to
Exactly.
grow.
Yeah, and that's the whole point, and that's why I really if you guys haven't done your astrology, if you haven't looked into it, like the pattern is free, co-star, whatever, really dig into it. Don't just settle on your sun sign like Ida said or your rising. Like really dive deep and get to know yourself because you're going to be like, "Wow, the stars conspired for me to like come to earth in this very freaking moment
Hmm.
to have this design." Like how freaking cool is that? Seriously.
It's
Like,
so
so
cool.
cool, you know?
Mm.
I love it. I love it. All right, my grateful bitches. We know and hope that you enjoyed this astrology take of me and Ida. But this conversation got a little bit longer than we intended. So we're going to make it a two-parter and drop our human design hot take on Friday. In the meantime, though,
If you want some more of me, Nicole, in the meantime, you can come and hang out with us on Instagram at bitch.begrateful. And we would really appreciate that wherever you're listening to this, that you can like and follow, subscribe, all the amazing things. We would really, really appreciate it. And as
yes,
always, we are on our road to 1K, so we can finally go live on Instagram. So we appreciate all the follows we can get so
every
that we can
single one.
start being live sooner.
Yeah, if you want to have more fun with us, support us. Okay.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a win-win situation for all of us.
Exactly. And we thank you so much for being here today. We'll drop part two on Friday. And until then,
Be grateful, bitch.
bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Oh,